Woman Down by Colleen Hoover. Overall, 3 stars. Hook 4 stars. The transition from the public execution of Petra's reputation on the podcast to her private desperate flight toward a cabin creates an immediate sense of high-stakes tension. The unresolved situation, whether she can successfully reinvent herself in isolation after being digitally flayed, compels the reader forward by pitting her internal sanctuary against the very real, looming threat of public fallout. Writing style 3 stars. The prose is sharp and rhythmically confident, particularly in its handling of voice. The dialogue between the podcast hosts feels authentic to the medium, and the transition into Petra's interiority is seamless. However, the narrative lacks a grounding physical presence, because the protagonist, and the figures she interacts with via phone or airwaves, are never rendered with visual details like hair, clothing, or build. They feel like voices in a void rather than flesh and blood people. Furthermore, sensory moments often rely on labels, for example, grimy, pine-scented, instead of rendering texture or specific nuances, which keeps the reader at a distance from the physical reality of her journey. Standout passage. The moment Alistair's voice hits her like boiling water over ice. This metaphor perfectly captures the visceral sensation of an old trauma being suddenly reignited. It provides a sensory contradiction that allows the reader to feel the physical shock of his presence rather than just hearing about it.